Hey everybody, Bonnie here. Happy May. It's a new month. We have new goals, new awesome incentives and deals, and we have a new time for our training. So it is Tuesday, 1 o'clock Eastern time. So that's me. I'm in Eastern time. And it's 12 o'clock Central and all the different time zones. So this is going to be our new time until, like I said, I'm doing this live in the Oil Leadership Team page, and until the school gets out, then I will switch it up again on you, I'm sure. But we have a lot of people watching the recording, and I put all of the recordings on YouTube. So if you guys are not on my YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe so you guys will get all of the updates, and I do product updates and house updates and all the other kind of cool things that I have going on. You can hear the guys working right now. They're putting down the hardwood floor. So our house is gonna, it's literally torn out. They took the sink out today and the dishwasher. So fun, crazy times, but I'm really looking forward to creating a peaceful home once all of this is done and over. So anyway, so I just have a couple of really quick things to go over with, but before we get started, how about that awesome May incentive? It is awesome, awesome, awesome. We have already had people enrolling this morning, tons of enrollments actually this morning, and it's a great time for anyone to get started. It's a great time for all of the advocates or customers, everybody. So that's the cool thing, is everyone can take advantage of this special. So for the month of May, those that place a 200 PV order or more, which if you're getting oils, it's like $1 per point, they will receive the On Guard Protective Blend, okay, which, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. The On Guard, which is awesome, awesome, awesome protective blend. You should be diffusing it whenever anyone is feeling under the weather, or rubbing it on their feet, or, pretty much anytime. Also, the On Guard sanitizing mist. Mine is downstairs, but basically you always want to have one in your purse and spray the hands of yourself, the kids, if you're out. We go to the cross every weekend, so that's awesome to keep spraying everyone's hands and keeping them, clean, especially they're using the porta potties and all the gross things. And also you'll get the On Guard mist, the On Guard toothpaste, which is amazing, the best toothpaste we've ever used. And even my son, who hates anything spicy, loves the toothpaste because it has cinnamon in it. He likes it better than any minty stuff we've tried. And then also you get a wild orange, which is my favorite. I'm actually just finishing up my quart. I try to drink 4 of these a day with a couple drops of the wild orange in it. So it is great for all things mood. It's the happy oil. So if you want to be in a good mood, add a few drops to your water, or diffuse it, or just put it in your hand and breathe it in. It's going to be such a good day. And then actually, what I'm doing today is I'm diffusing all of them together, just because I had them out on my desk. I was going to be talking about them today, and it is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So now it's going to be full of protecting, keeping me healthy, helping my memory with the rosemary, and putting me in a good mood with the orange. So it is awesome. So the rosemary is the 10% off oil this month for anyone. It is good. I just did a whole video on it, so I'm not going to go over it right now. You can find that video in the Oil Club, but helps with memory, helps with adrenals. You can use it cooking, helps with your hair. It helps with detoxing your liver. It is awesome. And, if your liver is detoxed, then you can lose weight. So it's just a good oil to have on hand. Plus, if you're doing make and take classes, this is a good oil to have on hand for your make and take classes. So it is awesome, 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 you guys. I mean, just loving it. And congratulations on a fabulous April that we just had. I'm going to be posting all the new ranks, the top enrollers. We just, had so many amazing things. We had hundreds of new people added to our community, our oil club. It is awesome, you guys. We are just changing the world, and I just love it. So I'm doing this video live on BeLive.com, and it changed its format, so I can't see who's commenting. I could only see your comments, but I see a lot of people saying hi, so hello. Someone said that they just ran out, so it's perfect. They love rosemary with the wild orange, but I bet with On Guard it would be amazing. It is amazing. And someone else says they add a drop of the rosemary to their doTERRA shampoo, which is awesome. I love it, you guys. Awesome oils. So again, any like advocates can get this special, customers can get this special. It just has to be 200 points in one order, and anyone who's not enrolled yet. So if someone's not enrolled yet, they can enroll with 200 points, which is the Home Essential Kit, which is our top selling kit. It's the kit that I start most people on. It comes with the top 10 oils and a diffuser, and it has 225 points. So there are 220, 225, something like that. And they're going to get all the goodies, not the rosemary, but the toothpaste and the sanitizing mist with these two. So it is a great thing for us. Also for the customers. You know what? Hold on one second here. Now I'm getting confused on something. The On Guard Cleaning Concentrate is the one that's 10% off. So every month, doTERRA does a deal. And if you're brand new, then this is good for you. If you already know this, then it's good for your new customers and advocates to know this. As soon as you join, get an LRP. So if you're an advocate, you need 100 LRP to get paid. Or to get the fast start bonuses, okay, on your LRP. But if your LRP goes out before the 15th of the month, you're going to get a free oil from doTERRA every month. So this month is rosemary. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. It's a beautiful oil. Super pumped. So you guys, I have like 5 to 10 minutes of stuff to talk about, and then I'm opening up for Q&A if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, we can continue on with our day sharing oils. So the topic of today is giving yourself permission to succeed. And I've been like thinking about this for a while, just like came naturally, because so many people have been talking to me about this like this week. So it's just like totally crazy how everything happens. But people, not even so much on our team, but even other teams, or even people that are totally outside of the industry. And it's just, people need to give themselves permission to succeed. And I'll talk a little bit about it. And then what drove it home was that I'm listening to Gary Vee's Crushing It book. It's the newest one. I'm listening to on Audible. I'm almost done. It is amazing. Again, if you're writing this down, Gary Vaynerchuk or Gary Vee, Crushing It. It's the second book. The first one is Crush It. And then we listened to Ask Gary Vee, and now Crushing It. It is awesome. He has a whole chapter on called Giving Yourself Permission. And a lot of times people need to give themselves permission. And I didn't realize that until I started hearing all these other things. And in the book, see, my personality is mostly ask for forgiveness, right? Rather than permission. If I have an idea, I just want to go do it. And I realize not everyone is the exact same way. So one of the things that changed my thinking too a while ago was probably about 7 or 8 years ago when I started business. So I was doing another business before this one, and I was listening to Laura Roeder. So she was a social media expert. I don't know if she's still doing that right now. She said this one line, and it literally changed the way I worked. And I do a lot of my business online. And so it was like perfect, exactly what I needed to hear, especially for growing online. But you could just take this in any way that you grow. But she said, claim your fame, because no one else is going to do that. Claim your fame. And so it's not like we're trying to be famous, like Hollywood famous, right? But we want to be famous in our industry. We want to be famous with the oils, or as a entrepreneur, or whatever, you know, those the mostly the kind of things that we're going to be famous for in doTERRA land, right? So claim it, because like your upline's not going to say you're famous. You know, your spouse might, or your friend might, or your downline might. Like, you have to just own it. And it comes like with a posture. And so like when you are posting and when you're talking to people, when you like act like you've already made it, you're already there, not like you're showing off or anything, but again, like, you know what you're doing, that attracts people, and they want to follow you. They want to do what you do. It is so huge. Okay, you don't have to wait till you're like a diamond or a presidential diamond to start just having that posture. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm talking about, even if you don't, right? You know more than the person you're talking to, right? They don't know anything yet. They're not in it yet. So I just thought that was really helpful. Again, that was something that I learned years ago. And instantly, as soon as she said that, I'm like, that makes sense. Like, sometimes, like, for me, when I was posting, I'm like, I'm not making myself sound like, I'm not giving myself enough credit for what I was doing, basically. So I would do all these things or have a small accomplishment or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? It is kind of a big deal. And it just, I'm like, I want to share that with the world. Or I want to, you know, even just some little post, try to like blow it up a little bit bigger, because that's what, if you look at any kind of famous person, that's what they do, right? Again, not that we're trying to be super Hollywood famous, but look at the people that you follow that you would consider like internet famous or in the areas that you want to be like, and see their posture. That's how they post, right? And they probably were posting like that before they even got all the followers. Or it doesn't even just mean online, like maybe the people that do classes that you just like relate to their classes. They have that posture about them. So anyway, if that's resonating with you at all, please like let me know. Comment again. Laura Roeder says, just claim your fame. That's it. I just love it. So one thing, I want to make sure that you guys have permission to get into action, right? Nobody's going to say to tell you to do that, right? You are entrepreneur. Again, excuse all that noise. We have like 3 or 4 more weeks of this, and I think, and then I can go back to being somewhat normal. But anyway, you don't need permission to go out and do classes. You don't need permission to go do a class at a yoga studio or a vendor event or whatever, all the things that you think that maybe like you need someone to tell you to do it, or you need to ask your upline if you can do it. If you're ready, you're ready. You know, you are ready. You just need to do it. Like Nike's slogan, you just do it. You don't need to ask people. You don't need permission to start making your own videos like this. Like, again, you don't have to be a diamond to do a Facebook video or a live or start a YouTube channel. Like, that's kind of the new thing. A lot of people on our team are starting YouTube channels, and some people are like, well, I'm not good enough. I don't have enough followers, or I'm not good in front of the camera. You know, claim it, do it, start it, because that's the only way you get good. And I mess up every single time. Like, I just did my rosemary video this morning, and then the first thing I did was I just dropped it out of my hand. I'm like, oh, so embarrassing. But you know, I just kept going because I want to inspire other people to do the videos, even if they're not perfect, or to work on your business. You don't need every circumstance perfect, right? We've got binging, and I'm in my room here, you know, and just craziness. But give yourself permission, again, to do the things that you want to do. So if it is start the YouTube channel, if it's to do a class, if it's different than your upline, right? You have permission to do your business a little bit different than your upline. And some people are not going to like that I'm just saying that. But if your upline is doing something that it just is not you, you know what's you, right? I figured that a long time ago. My upline is awesome, but they do their things their own way. And I am like all about feeling creative and doing things online and videos and all the things. But nobody said that, you know, I didn't ask permission. Hey, can I just veer from what you're doing a little bit and do my own thing? I just went with it, right? And that's what makes me happy. That's what fills me up. It's like my creative outlet. And so if your upline is doing things a little bit different, you have permission to do them your own way. Again, duplication is key, so you want to make sure it's duplicatable. But some of you guys are doing the essential oil classes. Some of you guys are doing make and take. Some of you are doing one-on-ones. And I really do believe you just have to do what you want to do and what you feel good about doing and what gets you results. So if what you're doing is not getting results, obviously change it up, right? But you know, I think you're going to feel the best and love what you're doing when it comes out as authentically you, right? And to do it the way that feels good to you. It gets you excited, you know, and you don't need permission to be yourself, okay? It's just so weird that this has just keep coming up in my life with different people. And then one other thing that this comes up too is that people, or maybe this is you or something, but you have a problem, you know, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do with this problem? And that's awesome to get advice, right? But you also have permission to find your own solution. That you don't need to ask every single question, that you can go online and look it up and Google it, or just think, what would you do, right? Or, you know, it's your business. You can decide how you want to do it, right? So you have permission to solve your own problems. And I'm not just saying that because I'm like, oh, I don't like answering questions. I love answering questions, but I want to free the people that they feel like, not even like that employee mindset, but like, oh my gosh, I don't want to disappoint my upline. Well, we are going to be so happy when you go fly and you do your own thing. Like, your job is to actually fire your upline, right? And to get up there and do your own thing. So I've heard this so many times, like, I don't want to disappoint you, you know, or I don't want to disappoint my upline if there's somebody else. So they ask them every little detail, but you're really going to grow when you go and you do your own thing, and you could take what they've given you and you run with it. So last thing, it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. Just do it. I'm constantly growing. I've shared my journey with you guys and like kind of documenting it through all my videos. You can check my YouTube. Like, I have over 100. And I constantly keep getting better. My old videos were like, they're so bad, right? But I'm like, I knew I wanted to build this community and through video, and we have like this international team. So I just went and started it, even though, like, if anyone were to say you could do a video, like, I'm not perfect, you know, I'm like, certainly not today or any day, but I just want to inspire others that they can do this. All you have to do is just do it. And you have to believe in yourself. That's the one thing you have to do, is you have to give yourself permission to believe in yourself. That's the last thing. So that is it. That's been on my heart. It's been coming up in so many conversations, and maybe it connected with you or resonated with you today, or maybe someone on your team. You can share this with them. But anyway, so that is it. I hope you guys took something away, but also I'm just going to open up if you guys have any questions at all about this or anything else. Again, I can see all of your comments, so thank you for all your comments. Yes, I will link up the link to the book. So I will put that in the comment. But again, it's called Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. He actually, funny note, so I'm like really obsessed with him lately. He lives in New Jersey, where I live. Actually, no, now he lives in Manhattan, but he's from New Jersey, and his wine library restarted and got famous is 15 minutes from my house. I'm going to go there. I'm going to document it because it's pretty cool. But he is like huge with social media. He grew his brand through YouTube, talking about wine, because he and his family, they owned a wine library. And so he grew that way. And then everyone started talking to him, how did he grow his business through social media? And so now he talks about social media. I highly, highly, highly recommend his books. I'm on my third of his. I just put another one in my Audible, and here's another one too. But Crush It was the first one, read that last year. And then Ask Gary V, and then Crushing It. And it talks about all social media. It talks about Facebook, Instagram. I mean, just this one is the Crush It has a lot of basic information, but the Crushing It has updated information and a lot of stories and examples. It is huge. So, I mean, anyone who wants to grow on social media, I highly, highly recommend him. He has a potty mouth, you know, so if you don't mind swearing and some language, his content is awesome. It's right on par. It's really helped me. He also has Instagram. He posts, I was talking to Erin this morning, my assistant, Erin Bradscombe. She's awesome. And I think he posts like 140 something pieces of content a week. He's insane, but he's like huge. But anyway, he's awesome. Let's see. I got a few other things, but I listened to his book on Audible. It's him who reads it to you. So you like can get his energy. He's highly, highly, highly motivating. Anyway, you can feel his energy while you read. Okay, so yeah, be you, great advice. I grew to diamond doing my own thing. Claim it. I don't know who said that, but yes. You guys, I wish I could see who's commenting. What camera setup do you use? And is this the new video app you're using and can put titles in your videos? So yeah, so I'm doing BeLive.com, or no, BeLive.tv. And so I have the title. You can actually, so what I could do is cool. I could hide it. So like your comment, I can show it, but right now it's coming up as just a face or an empty face, not a, not like a name where it used to be that. Okay, Shelly said that. Yeah, Shelly, you're awesome. I figured that was you. They're working on fixing it so I can see the comments again. Then when you highlight the person's name, then it comes up. So that's pretty cool. So they're working on it. Anyway, they're working with Facebook for privacy stuff, but yeah, you're gonna get the book. So for the camera, I'm just using the camera that's right on my computer and doing it live. Actually, most of my videos I've done on my phone, but horizontal, it will not let me do it on my phone for some reason. So I don't know if it's my setting or what, but I'm now liking them all horizontal because when you put them in YouTube, which I'm growing my YouTube channel, then they're all horizontal, okay? And it's better for YouTube. Some of my videos I've done on vertical, like my Instagram. I'll do my Insta stories live and I'll save it to my camera roll, upload it to my YouTube. And most people don't care, but I did get a comment saying, hey, you should put it on vertical. And I'm like, well, I did it through my Instagram. I prefer to do videos live because I love the energy. I love getting the comments. That's why I'm so bummed I can't see who's saying what. I just feel like we're connected because I'm not just talking to a computer, but I feel like I'm actually talking with people, right? So this program shows how many viewers are on and who's talking. But as far as growing, one of the things that I've been really focusing on is my YouTube channel. So my computer is an iMac, and it just has a camera right at the top. Oh, but if you don't, you can get one of those cameras and put it on. Or most of the time, like when I grew my up until recently, I did every single one vertically on my phone. And I have this little stand that I would use, and I just put it in, and that's how I did it. That's it. It's like $8 from Amazon. Actually, don't like this one. I like the bigger one better. It broke and I bought this one and it's too short. I like the longer one because then you can actually like put it even with your face. This one, if it's down, you can't see it, but it's like you got to put something on it to make it even. But in the beginning, this was perfect, you know, or just holding it in your phone. But anyway, so for my YouTube channel, for some of you guys, I'm going to talk about this now because I have to stop looking at the comments, finish the thought, and then I'll come back to the comments. Keep your comments coming. I'll read them at the end. So many people have been talking about starting YouTube channels, and I am like a big fan of it. I started mine without any intentions of like growing a YouTube channel. Mine was, hey, I'm doing the work, and I'm all about doing the work once and getting paid forever on it. That's why I love network marketing. It's one of the best things, especially I'm a super busy mom. But when someone asks me a question, I don't like repeating myself like 100 times. Like I do that with my kids, right? So I would say, hey, I have a video for that. And my intention was just to give like a link and say, I've already talked about it. Go watch this here, right? And so every time I did a video, you have to do it right away because otherwise it's really hard. If I did it on Facebook, you click on it while it's in your newsfeed. There's 3 little dots at the top. Click on one. Click on it. One of them says download video. I would download it and then up it to my YouTube. And I did that for about a year without. I didn't do tagging. I didn't even do like good titles. I didn't have any thumbnails. I was the worst YouTuber. All I did was just put it as a collection of my own videos, right? So I could just refer back to them or put them on my blog or do whatever. So, but then what was happening was I was actually people were finding me through my videos because they were saying, oh, I saw this video on this, or hey, I like this, or they like my style, so they want to join with me. And so if you're one of those people, maybe comment so I can know, you know, who did that. So if you guys are already doing Facebook videos, why not put it into your YouTube channel and start it? So especially if you're doing a class, like, oh, I'm still holding that. Let's say you're doing a 101 class. Well, maybe someone couldn't go to the recording, or they're not on Facebook. Now you can send it here. So I do the work once. I'll do it on Facebook or whatever right now. Then you can put it on your YouTube. You can put it onto your other social media platforms, the video. But YouTube does not like, or no, Facebook doesn't like YouTube links. So, but you could try it. You can message it just, to your friend or text them. You can put it in your blog post. If you have a blog, you do not need one. If you have one, it's just another spot, right? And if you add a photo, you can pin it. You can add a link to like a screenshot or whatever to your Instagram. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can record a little bit of it and put it on your Instagram stories, right? You can put it out, in a group. I mean, it's recycled. I use Meet Edgar, which is the quote that I told you before about Claim Your Fame. That's by Laura Roders. So she made the group or the program Meet Edgar. It's a pretty pricey program, so I wouldn't invest. There's a lot of cheaper ones unless you're like making money in the business. It recycles all my content. So anything I put out once, I actually have my awesome assistant, Erin, do it. I'll put something out and she'll copy and paste it and put it into my Meet Edgar. So it'll keep rolling out in the groups, in my Essential Oils for Moms page. Again, it's all about recycling the content, doing the work once. So if you're already doing the videos, I think you should take the extra step, put them on YouTube. I do. People are going to find you. Then you can start perfecting it later. So now I have Erin, again, she's my assistant. So everyone doesn't, you don't need an assistant. I didn't have one until after I was way diamond. Now she'll go and make my thumbnails, my tags, whatever. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I don't want to do any of that stuff, but, and she's going to kill me if I say this, but she's done a few hours for people in our team. I don't know her going rate right now for you guys, but you can talk to her. She might help you, like if you get 3 hours or something, she might help you set up. Again, she might be mad I'm saying that because she's already jam-packed. She might have a full schedule. You might have to get on her schedule. I don't know. But I know some of you girls are using her right now, and so she might be full. But anyway, so anyway, about the questions. So Audible book, that is a app. It's called Audible, and it's by Amazon. And it's basically you can listen to all of the video or all of the books while you're not online. So you do buy the book. Sometimes it's more expensive than the regular book. You buy it. You cannot buy it through the app. You have to go through Amazon, and then you will put it. It will automatically hook to your Audible account. It is like the best thing ever. You could have multiple accounts on it. So like your husband or your spouse or whatever, you guys can share an Audible. So like my husband and I will both listen to the same book, like on his ride to work, and I'll be listening to a book around the house. And then when we get home, we can talk about it, or things like that. If you have the Audible and your team has it, you guys can like listen together. Again, you can read it, but I love reading. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think last year, I listened to at least 50 books, I think. So I'm like, I try to do like one a week, right? So some of them are long, some are like 11 to 13 hours, but some are 1 or 2 hours. And so I listen while driving, I listen while cleaning, while running. Like sometimes I listen to music, but most of the time it's a book. Folding laundry, dishes, like I'm always multitasking, okay? Except for my silent hour when I'm doing nothing but praying or thinking. Anyway, what other questions do you have for me? This is fun. I just really wish I could see your faces so you can do that. I'm glad it's making sense for you. Any other thoughts or questions? Thank you for the person who said they love my videos. It's a great idea. Someone else has the same stand. Yeah. What are you guys listening to? If you guys are reading books or listening, and podcasts are awesome too. You guys, podcasts are free. You don't even have to buy them. There's so many good podcasts out there too. Awesome, you guys. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, we will talk again next week. Again, I'm keeping the new time is going to be Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I'm sorry that I'm always changing up my time zones. We're moving a lot. I've tried not to move again for a while. Again, my kids get out of school June 21st. They're really late, but I have a feeling I'm going to switch up my times again to see what works best for our family. To me, getting on here and trying to do a video in silence, it's going to be really hard over the summer. Maybe it's really early in the morning or something like that before they're awake. Who knows? Thanks, Mosey. Where do you find podcasts? There's an app podcast, and you can just type in business. You can type in health. There's so many different ones. I will post my favorites in the comments. Okay, awesome. Glad you guys liked it. All right, bye, you guys. Have a great day.